The Whispering Shadows. In a small village nestled deep in a valley, where the moon barely touched the ground through the thick canopy of ancient trees, lived a boy named Elias. The village was quiet, but the elders always warned children to stay indoors after dusk. "The shadows whisper," they'd say, their eyes darting to the edges of the forest. And they listen. Elias, curious and bold at 12 years old, thought the stories were nonsense, tales to keep kids from wandering. One chilly autumn night, with the wind rattling the shutters, he decided to prove them wrong. Armed with nothing but a flickering lantern and his stubbornness, he slipped out of his creaky old house and headed toward the forest. The trees loomed like silent giants, their branches clawing at the sky. Elias's lantern cast weak light, barely piercing the dark. At first, all he heard was the crunch of leaves underfoot and the distant hoot of an owl. But as he ventured deeper, a strange sound slithered through the air, a faint, raspy whisper, like voices speaking just out of earshot. He froze, heart thumping, but the whispers faded. "Just the wind," he muttered, though his voice trembled. He pressed on, determined to reach the old oak at the forest's heart, a gnarled tree the elders called cursed. As he neared it, the whispers returned, louder now, weaving through the trees. They weren't words he could understand, just a chilling chorus of hisses and murmurs, rising and falling like a tide. His lantern flickered violently, though there was no breeze. Shadows danced on the ground, twisting into shapes that didn't match the trees around him, long, thin figures with jagged edges. Elias's breath hitched as he reached the oak. Its bark was blackened, as if burned, and carved with strange spiraling symbols that seemed to pulse in the dim light. The whispers grew frantic, circling him, and he swore he heard his name woven into the sound. He raised his lantern, but the flame snuffed out, plunging him into darkness. The air turned heavy, pressing against his chest, and the shadows moved closer, their forms sharpening, clawed hands, eyeless faces, mouths stretched wide. "Elias." The whisper was clear now, cold as frost, coming from everywhere and nowhere. He stumbled back, tripping over a root, and fell hard. The shadows surged forward, their voices a deafening roar in his mind. He screamed, but no sound came out. Just as he felt icy fingers brush his neck, a sharp crack split the air, a branch snapping above. The shadows scattered and silence fell. Trembling, Elias scrambled to his feet and ran, not stopping until he burst through his front door, collapsing in a sobbing heap. His parents found him there, pale and shaking, but he never spoke of what he'd seen. The next day, the village noticed the old oak had split in two, as if struck by lightning, though the sky had been clear. Elias never went near the forest again, but at night when the wind howled, he'd lie awake, listening,